Well, thank you very much, Tom. Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, you're all most welcome. And this evening is the annual occasion for our charity to gather together and to welcome and to celebrate the work of our winners this year. I'd like to thank all of you for contributing to the charity in such a generous and wonderful way. And to start off by thanking the volunteers tonight, both tonight on the doors and also in the office through the year. Our volunteers, our judging panel, our Friends Committee, who are so dynamically led by Catherine Folkes, our patron, Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal, who's not missed a single ceremony for 18 years now. Not that we're counting, but that... And with her advice to us, the Princess Royal has been a vital support to the charity. Her authority on the subject of the environment deeply impresses both our winners and our donors. And sadly, our trustee, Sir David Attenborough, can't be with us tonight. Like any other normal 91-year-old, he's gone off to film in the jungle. He's in the Dominican Republic. Happily, though, for us, his voice is with us. And once again, we're so grateful because he kindly gave us his time, his most precious gift, to narrate our winners' films, which this year have been just beautifully made by Icon Films. And it's no secret, but at the rehearsal this afternoon, when the winners saw these films, which are their films, and they've been made with snippets of their information for the first time, 4 of them were weeping, and I think the other 2 were by the end as well. So they are fantastic. Tom, thank you so much for hosting this evening. As well as presenting Countryfile, Tom's kindly found time aside. He's put time aside to raise significant funds for us, including on Celebrity Mastermind, where we're pretty impressed. His special subject was The Godfather, which were very Darwinian. Now, tonight, we welcome many old and new donors, some of the longest-standing donors, the Steve Isaac and the Brake family, the Lynn Shears and her family. There's the Westons, there's WWF, with whom we have a really special working relationship. And for the first time, we welcome the Savitri Waney Trust, along with the children of Notting Hill Prep. Now, these are our youngest guests, and for the last year, they've been fundraising in the most dynamic way. Led by the Parents' Committee and Jane Cameron, who else but Jane could look so glamorous in a beekeeper's costume on Onesie Day? And who dreamt up Onesie Day anyway? The energy and the determination which the children have shown has been completely inspiring. They instinctively and completely understand the need for nature conservation. Of course, at a fundamental level, one of the real reasons why we're doing what we're doing is so that as they and their generation grow up, they can inherit the same beautiful world that we've been so lucky to inherit. Finally, there's the WFN team, led by Georgina and Danny. Now, each year, our winners come to the office. They're coming tomorrow for the first time, in fact, and each year, their jaws drop. And they wonder, how do we achieve so much with such a small team? Well, our team are dedicated, they're determined, they're truly talented, and above all, they're passionate. They're passionate to succeed, and thank you so much for making it happen. They're all, and I hope you all meet them tonight. So since our last ceremony, many of our winners have been profiled for their conservation success. Arno, for example, starred in the BBC documentary Hotel Armadillo about his work in Brazil. Now, when they saw Hotlin, who won our Gold Award last year, BBC Radio 4 was inspired to go and interview her in Indonesia for their programme Costing the Earth. Fernando starred in a documentary called A River Below about a battle to protect river dolphins in the Amazon basin. Shan, who many of you remember, who could forget him? He's a fellow Young Turk to Zafar, who's our gold winner tonight. He featured on BBC Two with Simon Reeve. And Farwiza, who is actually with us tonight, she featured in Leonardo DiCaprio's film Before the Flood. We now have some 185 winners working in 80 countries. Now, as to success on the ground, there are too many to cram into a single speech, but a tiny sample, which we are really proud of, and you should be too because you funded it. For example, we have a new nature reserve was approved last year by the Mongolian government, following 7 years of work by Charudutt Mishra and his team. Now, Charudutt is Indian, and this is in Mongolia, so that's very, very impressive. In Papua New Guinea, through consultation with tribal landowners, a further 60 square kilometres of land has been set aside to connect critical habitat, thanks to the work of our winner last year, Karau. In Argentina, a new 1,000 square kilometre marine reserve was created. Now, this protects the world's largest colony of Magellanic penguins. There's 800,000 of them, there's 400,000 breeding pairs. And our winner, Pablo, he campaigned for and he secured this monumental marine reserve. Now, in our charity, we are absolutely dedicated to minimising our overheads and to maximising our impact. Last year was exceptional because we had the one-off benefit from matched funding, which you remember from Fondation Segre. You helped us reach our targets, and that triggered the generous matching. And so for every pound raised, over 90 pence went straight through to our winners and their work. But the impact of your money doesn't stop there. Last year we closed 33 grants for awards and for continuation funding. Now that was worth £1.5 million, but most gratifyingly, our winners told us that over the year and utilising these funds, they in turn raised over £5 million for their work. So we're delighted with this success. People describe us as punching above our weight, and that's the sort of leverage they mean. Finally, just a note to our winners tonight. Some of you are a little nervous. I've noticed this. I mean, giving a speech in front of 500 people, in front of royalty, in a foreign language, I mean, what's there to worry about? But whilst next week I know you're back to the work, I know it's back to the grindstone, but for tonight, I want you to remember the application process is over, the screening process is over, you've had your interviews, everyone here is rooting for you. Everyone's here to celebrate. We are privileged to celebrate it with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness, thank you all so much. Okay.